he went to Pilate and asked for the body of Jesus. After he had taken the body down, he wrapped it in a linen cloth and laid him in a rock-hewn tomb in which no one had been buried. It was the day of preparation, and the Sabbath was about to begin. The women who had come from Galilee with him followed behind, and when they had seen the tomb and the way in which his body was laid in it, they returned and prepared spices and perfumed oils. Then they rested on the Sabbath, according to the commandment.
The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Tells me on this particular Sunday to keep it short. Says the priest can preach briefly. The whole of our faith is wrapped up in what we celebrate the next few days, the next few weeks. No, not the next few days, over this week. How important it is what we celebrate today into Easter Sunday. The gospel reading is really long today as it's trying to encapsulate for those who don't come to all the Holy Week liturgies what all is being celebrated. But what do we celebrate this week? We celebrate Christ's triumphant entry into Jerusalem. We celebrate his gift of the Eucharist and the priesthood on Holy Thursday. We celebrate his gift of his very life on Good Friday. That cross that currently is hidden is a constant reminder to us what God did to relieve us of our sins. Why did Jesus Christ come and become man? Because he loved us. He loved me, he loves you. Why did he have to die? Because I've sinned. Because I've sinned. For my sins is why Jesus died. If you watch the movie The Passion of the Christ, which I highly encourage, though it's a bit graphic, and by a bit graphic, I mean very graphic. One of the most beautiful scenes is something that you don't know if you don't know the story behind it, but it's a Mel Gibson movie, which Mel Gibson has his ups and his downs. But the scene where the nail is going into the hand of Christ, Mel Gibson had his own hand holding the nail for that movie. Why? As a way of saying, why is Christ being nailed to the cross? Even Mel Gibson wanted to say, because I did it. I did it with my sins, with what I've chosen to do wrong. And yet it's all about God's love for you. How much does God love you? This much. That's what we celebrate today and on Good Friday. This is how much he loves you. To stretch out his arms on that cross and say, I give it all. I give it all for you. I give you my life that you may live. May we take just a moment, and as we prepare to celebrate the joy of Easter, may we really reflect on the sacrifice of Christ on the cross. Christ gave his very life for me in one of the most horrendous deaths possible. How will I respond to him?